Okay, how's that? Can you guys hear me now? Uh, Okay, how's that, guys? You guys have sound now? Okay, I thought you were a sound person, not the silly one. I know Perpetual. She's supposed to be helping me out here, right? Anyway, I was talking to you, Perpetual, about what you had said um, on using cooked rice. I don't actually use cooked rice. Even a parboiled rice isn't going to give you as much starch. The rice is basically a food source, guys. The starch that you're washing off from the outside of the rice is the food source that the lactobacillus really likes. Um, and that's why we use the rice water um, to create the lactic acid bacteria. Okay. Now, uh, let's just jump right into it, guys. I'm going to switch my camera around so you're not looking at my face. Uh, just give me half a second here. There we go. Okay. Now, this is the container I used for making my rice water. You can see you've got a film on top. Can't really, you can kind of see the film on top and the film on the bottom. What we want is that liquid that's in the middle. So it's really quite simple to just drain it off. I'm gonna try to do this and not run away with my earpiece. So let's see here. There we go. Here's a little bit better of an angle. So basically, we washed with 2 cups of water in our rice. So we are going to have a little, or should have a little less than 2 cups of water when we strain this off. We want to basically try to leave all the stuff from the bottom, right, on the bottom. You can see kind of a scummy area. And we're going to stop right about there. Now, I don't know if you guys can get a clear shot. You can see the scum, etc., that's left in that little bit of water there, and you can see the scum across the bottom. That's what you don't want. And also, we've captured, a bit of that in the little strainer that I've got here. And then the rest is pretty simple. I showed you guys the pail and the lid before. So here's my pail. I've put my water in for my burper. Now, guys, if you have a straight edge container that will handle the volume you're making, you can use a glass container. You don't have to have a burper. You can just put paper towel, excuse me, on the top and put a rubber band on it. It just has to be a breathable lid, and you don't want other things being able to get into your serum, right? So what do we end up with? I'll turn to the cup measure side. And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. Let me just turn the camera angle a little bit here. Just go up. But it's about 1 1/3 cups approximately. Okay. Now, a lot of the guys will say that you can do even as low as a 1 to 5 mix. Okay, so I've got, you can see the milk jug there, that's 4 liters, or I'm not even sure how many cups that is, but basically we're going to be getting our close to 1 to 10 ratio. So we're just going to put that in there. And like, this is how simple making this stuff is, guys. Okay, open your milk. Oop, spill it everywhere and just dump her in. You know, it's not hard to make a labs. It's time consuming, but not as bad as the fish amino acid, because that is basically a 1-year process. And mine is actually probably 2.5 years old. Then we just take our lid, and remember, inside here underneath, you can't see it right now, but there's a rubber gasket that goes all the way around. So when I put this on, it's going to have a nice tight seal. And yes, it's tight. There we go. So basically, all we're going to be doing now is waiting to have that finish off. Before I pull myself too far on this wire, in the, let's tip that up a little bit more. Whoop. Sorry, guys, getting a little close there. So anyway, that's the basic process. And we're going to wait for 3 or 5 to 7 days for it to take up and create the farmer's cheese or the curds, which you can make farmer's cheese out of, and the whey serum. And so the next time we check in on the labs, it'll be 5 to 7 days from now. And we'll be cutting that curd out, straining it off to get our liquid lactic acid bacteria. So on that note, we're going to move on to the next thing, which you guys were with me when we planted some seeds. And it has been 5 days for that as well. And can we get, you can kind of see that one just starting to come out right there. Then we've got this one. We're just waiting for her to shed the seed pod. You've got this one. And we're waiting as well for her to shed. Then, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see right there in the middle approximate of the screen is a little green shoot coming up. So the fifth one hasn't, I haven't seen anything yet. But so 5 days and all the Medi seeds are up. And we've got one SFV OG Kush seed that has popped. Now you can also see I've got my my humidifier put in. There's the cloner. Over here is the dehumidifier. So we're running a high humidity in here right now and a high temperature, trying to maintain, you know, a decent VPD. So with that, I am going to switch off. You guys are going to lose me for a second on audio as I switch back to the other camera and audio. Okay, can you guys hear me now on this audio, on this camera? Okay, so while you guys waiting, okay. So Lily says it's okay. So I'm just gonna scroll back here, guys, and look here at what you guys have been putting in. Okay, Ballista, Boulder, Pop, or Pop. Guys, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm terrible at being able to read. So, oh, that's where, yes, honey, that's where your baking dish disappeared to. And don't worry, I'm going to be bringing it in, and I'll even give you the honor of washing it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'll get something for that later, guys. Organic brown rice. There is also lacto, yeah. Lactobacillus. So there is this Dutch guy on YouTube that showed how to make lacto using uncooked rice, a little sugar as a rice, a bit of salt as preservative. I've never heard of the sugar or the salt as the preservative, but I don't doubt anything that's going to produce a starch, a potato. Okay, you can mash up a potato, whip it up, get the juice out of the potato. That's starch. That's something that it's going to be able to live on. Let's see. Following recipe of his Japanese masters, also the short video on YouTube. Okay, cool. Grumpy, how you doing, brother? His is Philippines. His is Thailand, Philippines to the week at most, or it takes a week to get proper sour. Yeah, your temperature and humidity play a massive role. Cold temperatures, it's going to take a lot longer than when you're in a warm temperature and humidity. Lily, you're going to put locks on everything. Yeah, I love you, honey. I'm not going to say anything. Use Coke bottles. Yeah. Leave the cups to Coot. Yeah, okay, not a problem. 4 liters is 16 cups. There you go. Hey, Amadeus. Good to see you, brother. I hope your son's doing fantastic, man. Hey, Matt. We're gonna have to do some scrogging, but I use a little bit different method. I use stakes instead of actually scrog netting. Hey man, how's it going? Jolene, I can hear you. Cool. Let's see here. Ken, good job. Thanks, Rory. Okay, cheers. Yeah, machines. Yeah, I use labs in my washing machine. Keeps those smells away, and it does. You can use it in your compost if you've got a compost bucket, or what my mom used to call a slop bucket, because that's where we used to put all of our compostables underneath the sink, and just a small ice cream bucket. When it got full, we take it out. But if you're getting some odors off of something like that, you can use the labs to take out those odors. They use the effective microorganisms, the EM1, the lactic acid bacteria, to clean in a lot of different countries around the world. It's some amazing stuff, right? And it doesn't harm our biology. It doesn't harm the biology in the soil, at least not the good biology, right? Our world is mainly the lactic acid bacteria. It's in every breath we take. It's on our skin, like I was saying before. So it's something to really consider when you're having issues in your grow, and it's one of the things that I know I use, not every single day, on a mist or something like that, but on a fairly regular basis. I was using it to make sure that the biology that I really wanted to be more prolific in my soil was the one that was, right? Jolene. Okay, or Jolene. Jolene. I hope you're having a great day, Lily. I can send you some good husband proofing ideas. No. All I'm going to say is no, she doesn't need any help. Okay. So, anyways, guys, other than that, there's not a lot to report on, what's going on. The labs obviously doesn't take much to make it. Now it's just another time period. We're going to be keeping a close track on what's going on with the ladies that have popped, and hopefully that fifth seed pops here in the next 24 hours. I didn't have any lights on at all. They're just sitting in the dark, in warm, moist environment. Now that we do have some seeds that have popped, I've turned the lights on. I'm going to be going an 18 cycle. So we're trying to keep the DLI or the par low. So I didn't really show it, but where I have them on the table in there, I've only got 4 of the bulbs in there that running right now. So I've taken them and I've put the plants more in the center where they have a lower par
so they're going to have a lower daily light integral amount that they're going to have, and you don't want to overstimulate them. We're not going to be doing anything but water right now. And one of the things I did want to mention, guys, and when I'll just grab one. Hold on. Okay. So here's one of the ladies. We're just in a little square pot. Now you can see a little bit of moisture on the bottom there. Okay. So when I mixed my soil, I mixed it up to the 70% moisture in there. So I was getting some nice dribbles coming out of my hand. The next day, what I did is, because everybody's in a tray, I filled up the tray with water. Okay. And I let the soil draw the moisture up, or wick the moisture up. Okay. And I set my alarm for 45 minutes. And I did this on all of them. And I've done it twice now. Today was the second time. But it's to make sure that you have a consistent moisture content throughout the soil. So that 45 minutes that you're giving the soil the chance to suck up moisture, it's only going to be able to suck up so much. You never want to leave it, right? Because then you can get oversaturation. We do want it to dry back out. But that is how I bottom water. I've done that a lot. Even when I was top watering my ladies, I always had the pan underneath, and I was generally watering until I was starting to get the moisture coming out the bottom. I would leave that in there, set my alarm for 45 minutes. If it wasn't gone, if the soil hadn't drawn it all up, I would literally take a baster. Oh, I got one right here. Okay. And I would draw the water out of the plastic tray, because I never wanted my roots remaining in water and going anaerobic. Let's see. Just checking what's going on, guys. So I am the dishwasher. Yeah. Head cook and dishwasher. Good day, everyone. Alex, good to see you, brother. Okay, yeah, Lily. Yeah, I dump off any excess moisture after 45 minutes because I don't want my roots to go anaerobic. So, really, guys, that there's not much else to report. We're just gonna basically wait for these ladies to grow up a little bit more. We are going to be getting a discount code for the Grow Doc app, and we are going to be using that on a regular basis, probably almost daily, to take pictures and video of the ladies, put it into the app to see if there's anything going on that we're missing with the naked eye, right? Especially with my eyes, I don't see as well as I used to, so I could very easily miss early signs of deficiencies. So we're going to be doing that to help us make sure we don't louse things up. Now, they have a deficiency on the plant side. They also have new stuff that's coming out on spotting pests in your grow as well. So that's something new. We'll have to have the creator of the Grow Doc app back on with us. Probably when we're ready to take our first pictures, we'll have him come on and walk us through everything and using it so that you guys can see it. I'll share the screen as I use it so you guys can get a more in-depth understanding of what the potential of this app is. Just being able to take a video walking down your plants, put that into an AI system that's going to tell you if you've got some deficiencies. That early warning is going to really make a difference for a lot of us in what we're doing and how we're doing it. So with that, guys, does anybody have any actual questions? Yeah, I like that, Alex. Reverse sips. Yeah, yeah. It's an easy way to make sure that your soil is getting to the moisture consistency you want without the overwatering of it. That's one of the biggest things that people have problems with, is that overwatering. And the more that we can eliminate that as a potential problem, then the better off we all are. Now, when I use these guys, I actually have made sure that I have holes, okay, in the bottoms here, so that the water can drain and draw up. Because I don't think they even come with the holes. I think I had to actually put the holes into them. But that's one of the benefits of being a home grower, because I'm a medical grower, and you get to spend the time in your grow that you need to, not necessarily want to some days when it comes to trimming, but you get to observe your plants on a regular basis. You get to spend time and put your energy and your love into your plants. Now, energy, frequency, vibration, Nikola Tesla, he had it right, because it's all a synergistic relationship, not just with the plants, but with the biology that exists inside of the plants. I'm not going to be growing plants, guys. I'm going to be focused on growing biology. When I do a foliar spray, I'm not only supplying, say, the calcium on the leaf, I'm supplying the calcium to the biology that needs to create more of itself, to replicate itself, so I have a greater workforce. So that's where you're really focus on growing out the biology. The biology will take the calcium it needs to create new cells for the leaves, but it'll also create more biology because it's got the building blocks there as well. So if you guys saw, to help support the education, I have set up a Patreon. I think it's set at $5, so it's like not even a big cost of a coffee. So let me just turn that off. And of course, we have the product discount codes in the description. I'm going to be doing up some banners, so it explains more what they are. But we've got grassroots, we've got quad ag, we've got the iron side, I think it is, and that's the human grade, hemiconfulvic. We've even got Leighton Morrison's chorus, where he teaches people composting in a hugelkultur. We also have a discount for that in the description as well. The relaxed atmosphere, yeah. Hey, Otto. Mad Dog, how's it going? And okay, I don't see any questions, guys. So really, there's not much more to report at this time. I'm going to be on with Alex. I'm going to be on with Andy here in a few hours, 6 o'clock Pacific, and we're going to have a conversation. Oh my goodness gracious! Oh, what is today? That's pretty bad. I normally I'm at my desk in the my office, and I have all this sitting there. So let's see. Where can I get it? There. Andy wrote us a list of topics. I believe it's gophers. Something about gophers, which is like if you live in Alberta or the prairies, gophers are a major thing. But I think it's on gophers and the natural or more natural ways to get rid of gophers. Yeah, I'm on my laptop, so everything's really slow. Mr. Morrison. Yes, Alex. We're going to be doing lots of different trials with soil first before we move up into a horizontal bed. And probably we're going to end up just doing a bunch of horizontal pots, you know, some fabric pots, maybe some grassroots pots, etc. That's more, I think, in a lot of ways, easier and better for most people, especially like I've had surgery twice on my stomach. I've been split from here to just above or below my belly button. Then I blew out my back. So I can't lift a lot. So I have to make sure that I put things on roller dollies and things like that to make it easier. It's one of the reasons I don't use a tent, because then I don't have to lift things in and out of the tent. But we're probably going to use like 5 or 7 gallon, maybe some 10-gallon pots. In the future, we're going to build some horizontal pots. I think it's more conducive for most people that are growing, you know, in their 4 plants, or they're growing a small medical, that they can move them around a lot easier. So we'll eventually, if we move out of here, we'll probably go into much longer beds, like Tom Landry has for his commercial grow, that's using Layton's horizontal soil system. But I don't think I'd even go much over the pots. I don't even know if I'm going to go to a 3x3 in the trailer, because then if I wanted to move it, I'd actually have to rip it all out. So I'm not sure if we're going to go that far in size, but we're going to be looking at the different ways that I've found to add biology into the system, because it literally is, guys, all about the biology. So anyway, guys, we're at just over a half hour. No gopher here. We do have mice. Yes. So yeah, it's safe gopher control, safely managing gopher infestations. No, I don't know. You guys obviously have gophers down in Malibu, California, where he works, because I don't see where else he'd learn much about gophers in natural pest control. But I know I saw one guy from Moles. He literally buried a speaker and played Celine Dion, and he got rid of all his moles. So I think on that funny note, guys, I love you. Thank you for coming. It'll be, you know, a day or two, and we'll do another one just to take a look at where the ladies have progressed to, and if that 5th seed has popped yet or not. Anyway, guys, we'll catch you next time, and I'll see you guys later this evening on Gardens, the Untold Story.